Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Joy Fay and I'm an artist and teacher, and I help people develop their skills in abstract painting, intuitive painting. So if this is something that you're looking for, then you're in the right place. Now, I have a little story behind this picture at the side of me here. I started this 6 months ago. I did a short video about it. I did a lot of collage and whatever, and I said I was going to finish it. Well, between then and now, I've moved house and loads of things have been going on, new studio, everything. So I was going through some of my things this morning and I'm thinking, gosh, I never finished that painting. So I'm going to attempt to get back into it today and see what I can do with it. You know, it's very much an intuitive painting. What does that mean? Well, an intuitive painting is when you come from a real place of creativity, where you haven't got any preconceived ideas about what you want to do, or, you know, it's not structured in that way. You're just allowing yourself to flow into the painting and see what happens. So I think I'm going to have an interesting session today doing this painting. I don't know what's going to happen. I might have to come back to it again in 6 months. I don't know. But it's kind of fun to, you know, go back on old paintings and look at them and think, you know what, I can do the next stage. So let's see what's going to happen. So I'm going to actually start with some charcoal. The reason for this is, first of all, I love charcoal, but it moves really nicely and I can get some different effects. I can seal it if I want to, if I like it. I can rub it out. If I don't, I can spray it with water. I can do lots of interesting things. So I'm going to start, we'll start here. Now, with any intuitive painting, or any painting actually, you know, you want to kind of relax into it. Take a deep breath and really make this space for your painting really your own, to be in the present moment, to connect with yourself, so you can allow yourself to let that creativity start flowing. And always when I'm starting a painting, I just want to take, you know, a few minutes just to relax into it, you know, forget about everything else that needs doing, you know, the washing, making beds, going shopping, blah, blah, blah. Forget about all that, just to relax into the moment and see what happens. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I've speeded this up a little because it's quite a long video. I hope you're in for, you know, a little time while this whole process develops, and you know, watching how it unfolds as we go. It's a fascinating process, so I really hope that you're going to enjoy it. So you can see I'm reconnecting to the picture and, you know, getting into the feel of it, you know, and it's a whole body experience. You don't just want to use your hand, you want to use your whole body into it. You know, it's mind, body, spirit moving into it in a creative way. So I'm kind of happy with how that is feeling now. So I'm going to start with some paint, see where it takes me. Any starting point, you know, it'll probably change dramatically, but who knows. So I've got quite a lot of different brushes I'm going to use. I've got 2 silicone brushes here. These are fabulous to use. You can get these off Amazon. And then I've got a nice flat brush, a smaller one, a bigger one, and I've got a Chinese lovely brush here. I've also got some scrapers, some palette knives, kitchen roll, baby wipes. I've got them all here ready to go if the feeling takes me. But I think I'm going to start with this flat brush to begin with. I've put a palette out here ready. I've got a nice mixture of colours with, you know, the colours that are already there. So I've got some lemon yellow, primary blue, cadmium red and orange, white. Oh, this is a dark teal, 2 lighter teals and some black. So, and I'm using a wet palette. I'm here in Spain and it's really, really hot and the paints dry so quickly. So if you're in a hot climate, using a wet palette like this is really helpful because it stops them from drying out too quickly. I've actually got a video on how I have that wet palette. I'll leave the link for it below so you can see, and also, sorry, the link for the first part of this video, or this picture, I should say. So off we go into the painting. And I think it's always a fascinating process when you go back to a painting after a while, because, you know, things do change and you've learned different things, you've gone through different experiences, and, you know, you can bring all that into your painting. You know, it's wonderful, I feel. And I'm going to go, I've got quite a lot of paintings that I'd started that I hadn't finished, and I think it's a great way to kind of measure yourself in a way, and see what else will develop. And you know, this is an interesting one for me, because at the moment I'm kind of into the colours that were already there, but they're not my normal colours. And I'm going to be fascinated to see how that changes within this process and how the whole painting changes actually. So, you know, as you're watching this, sort of be thinking about, you know, your own painting, what you might have started that you put to one side, that you might not have liked and didn't really know what to do with. And I hope that this will inspire you to go back to those paintings and experiment. It's an experimentation, whether it turns out to be, you know, a painting that I'll put on the wall, who knows? That doesn't really matter. What matters is kind of enjoying the process and having the courage to just go into something and have, you know, that confidence to allow it to unfold no matter what. And I feel that that is such an important area of your painting. You know, we all tend to have that feeling we want to do a fantastic piece of work that we can put on the wall and, you know, feel great about. And 9 times out of 10 that can happen. But you know, on the occasions that you just kind of, it doesn't go in the direction that you feel you'd like it to, then, you know, have the courage to dive in and do something different with it. Here you see I'm going over it with some more charcoal, defining some of the shapes, sort of allowing myself to, you know, go in, make a mistake. It doesn't matter, just go over it. You know, in that respect, there aren't any mistakes. It's kind of just, let's see what happens and where that feeling takes you. And if you're in that feeling, then it will tell you, and you can go with it. It's kind of interesting to me that at the moment, the paintings that I'm doing are coming up with these figures and faces. If you'd seen my last 2 videos, both of those I did a series of 2, and both of them came up with some interesting faces in them, very kind of abstracted. But obviously, you know, something's going on with me with that. And actually, to let you into a little secret, I do know what that's about. Various things that are going on with my family and relationships and stuff. But it's lovely to be able to actually paint it out and give you an insight, you know, inside yourself as to how you're feeling about it. So this painting is going in an interesting direction. I'm not sure that I'm happy with it, but I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. I think some changes are afoot. So I've left this painting for a few days and I came back to it and I really didn't like it. So I covered it in some gesso, and I've gone over it with some charcoal, and so now I'm going to work back on it flat rather than on the easel, and I've got some new ideas. And you know, this process is so interesting because you know, we're working from an intuitive space, from our creativity, and we don't know what's going to come up when we're working in this way because it's not planned, and it's kind of like a work in progress, which is how I feel about this painting. As I mentioned to you before, you know, I'd left it for 6 months, and what was going on then is very different to what is going on now. With everything, with my life, with my emotions. So that kind of shows itself when you're working in this intuitive way. And we want to connect to that emotion. And this week particularly has been a roller coaster of emotions all week. And, you know, things have gone in lots of different directions. And it has an effect on how you work and your painting. So I needed to change this dramatically. And this is something that you mustn't be afraid of doing. You know, I'm here to express my feelings. You're there with your paintings to express your feelings. So, and they change. You know, they can change on a heartbeat, can't they? So I want this painting to be as authentic to that underlying feeling that I have of the things that are going on in my life. And you want your paintings to be as authentic to you as things that are going on with you. So this is a really good example. So I've kind of really started again in many respects to do something different with this. And I've landed up with these kind of 3 figures with what seems like at the moment like a dog in the middle. Where that comes from, goodness knows, I don't know. But anyway, that's what's kind of occurred now. So I'm going to kind of take it from here. I'm going to work flat. I want to keep it loose and develop how I'm feeling in response to all the things that are going on in my life, which I hope that I'll be able to express with this painting. So it's kind of a journey, isn't it? I mean, from where we started, if you saw the first video, you know, putting the collage on and all that kind of thing, and then the first section of this video, and now the second section of this video, and to show you that it doesn't necessarily all come at once. It's a process. And I think if you stay with the process, the paintings that will come forward will have a tremendous impact, not just on you, but on anybody looking at it, because they will feel that emotion. So let's dive in and see what's going to happen next. So obviously this is quite a big piece of paper that I'm working on. It's cartridge paper. And you might not be able to see all of it to start with, but as I work, I'll pull it down. And then when it's ready to go back on the easel, you'll see the whole thing. But I kind of want it flat because I feel as if I can get some different kind of textures. I feel more connected to it when it's flat. So I've got now a little sponge roller, and my first thought is to, I want to change the colour a little and do some different kind of effects with this nice teal colour. So I'm just kind of going to start and see where that goes, and do some different things with this roller. I've also got some baby wipes, and it's nice to kind of do some blending with that. You know, the whole thing could change, I don't know, but I kind of feel as if I wanted to do something very different to where it was, and just explore different possibilities. So I've speeded this up a little bit because, you know, it's quite a process. It was over 3 days really, this painting. So I don't think you'd stick around for that length of time. But you know, you can get the gist of what I'm doing, using the roller, using brushes, and you know, really attacking this in a different way, and you know, seeing now the different textures, because I've put the charcoal on again. I'm picking up different textures from the charcoal underneath, which is great. So now let me just tell you about a couple of things which are exciting. First of all, you know, if you would like to explore your abstract painting more, I have a fabulous mini course, abstract mini course, which is free, and it's 4 great lessons to really help you, you know, build your confidence and skills, knowing how to start a painting. And all the information is in the description below for that. And secondly, coming up in September, I've got my creative painting and wellness retreat that you can come and paint with me in Spain, which would be fantastic. I've got a few spaces left, and I'm really excited about the retreat. This is the 4th one I will have done, and it's in the most wonderful place in a little village outside Malaga called Frigiliana. And we have a fantastic week of painting, of yoga and Tai Chi. We go and visit the Alhambra Palace in Granada. It's a fabulous time. So if that's of interest to you and you'd like to come and paint with me in Spain, I'd love to see you. And again, all the information for that is in the description below. So let's just get back to the painting. You can see how it's beginning to develop. I'm adding this lovely, I've kind of mixed this beautiful primary blue and teal together, and really kind of bringing a different feel to the painting, and seeing how it's going to develop. I love these figures. I'm not quite sure how they will actually stay at the end of the day. But it's throwing up some interesting things for me about what the significance is of these 3 people that seem to have arrived on the painting. It's always kind of a surprise, as we've said before, you know, what actually comes out. And it can't be planned. You know, when you're doing this kind of intuitive work, something appears which is always surprising and intriguing, and, you know, gives you pause for thought about what is actually trying to say to you from inside. And I've got a few ideas considering what's going on at the moment. But, you know, when you do your own, sort of it gives you time to meditate and feel about, you know, what is coming out from inside, that gives you some ideas of, you know, where you're up to, I guess. So I'm just again adding this looks like a dog, which again, it's very interesting. I do have a dog, and, you know, she's a fabulous friend. She's called Cherry, and she's 3 years old.
And, you know, if you have animals, they give you so much comfort and happiness and joy. So it's interesting that that has arrived, and she might have arrived in this painting. So I'm dabbing out and using, you know, different things, using some kitchen roll, using the baby wipes to do some blending, different size brushes, and really going with this texture is what I'm feeling at the moment, and how that is coming together. And you know, with the intuitive painting, the best way really is to really just allow yourself to explore possibilities. You know, in your sketchbook, just try it. Just kind of throw caution to the wind and just see where it takes you. And whatever comes out, you can use, like I've done with this painting. You know, I've told you it was started, you know, over 6 months ago. Come back to it, have a look, see what you can develop, because as you're you know, practicing your painting and you're learning different things and different techniques, you know, when you go back to a painting, you can use those techniques in that painting, and it will always surprise you. So, you know, don't discard anything old. Keep it there to explore and experiment with and discover new things with. So this has taken on something completely different, and I'm going to show you now what happened in the end.
So here it is up on the easel, looking very different. I think you'd probably agree, and a very fascinating painting for me to meditate on. It'd be interesting to know what your thoughts are on it. What are you getting from it? It's always, you know, fascinating to read what all the different interpretations that come from, you know, doing these kind of paintings. And certainly for me, it's given me some food for thought. So if you enjoyed watching this video and you got something from it and you would like to learn more, then do press the subscription button and give me a thumbs up. Really helps YouTube spread the word about sharing intuitive art with as many people who are interested. So that would be fantastic. And don't forget the mini course, the free mini course. All the information is in the description below. And also all the information about the creative painting and wellness retreat coming up in September. So not very far to go now, just a couple of spaces left. But the information is all below. That you can go and check out, which is fantastic. So thank you so much for being here, watching right through to the end, and I look forward to seeing you again with another painting tutorial to hopefully inspire you and give you some wonderful ideas for your own painting. So have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.